Hi everybody, today I'd like to run you through the settings for this Samsung camera. So to access the settings for the camera, just press the menu button. So for the top button here, you start with the auto share button. So auto share button is to share within your phone and all this. So but make sure that you have the Samsung camera, the app. Anything is basically something like the Wi-Fi. This is direct link. That's Samsung Smart Camera app. Yes, that's what you call it. So this is the photo size. You can change the quality and all. From it's a 20.5 megapixel camera, and you can go down to different kind of ratios and different kind of megapixel that you want. Quality would be like super fine, which is like super good quality. They can shoot raw plus super fine, raw plus fine, and all these things. So these are all the settings that you can adjust around. You can adjust around the ISO here. So the maximum ISO is 12,800 for this camera. Then minimum shutter speed you can set and all as 1.5 and all these things. 1002, yes. Then there is also white balancing. You can adjust around the white balancing by playing around with the thing. By the way, this is touchscreen. Anyway, this is a touchscreen camera. So yep, you can just adjust around. You press OK to set. Picture wizard is basically like a filter. So you can filter it. For example, you want a forest like very greenish, retro, cool, and all these things. You can play around. Then there's a smart filter as well. You can do beginning, miniature, switch eye, fish eye, and all these things. Then there's autofocus mode, single autofocus, continuous, and manual focus. So if you use manual focus, you have to adjust it accordingly, like to the length that you want to adjust. By dragging and all this. Manual focus. Yep. Anyway, do that in the next video. Then there is autofocus area, whether you're multi or selection. Face detection, whether you want normal, sensitivity, small, short, or wing shot. Touch autofocus, simple. You just like you want to touch off the touchscreen off here, autofocus touch and all these things. You can adjust autofocus point, tracking, one shot, all this you can adjust. Manual focus exists and large and all these things. This for manual focus, and framing mode, whether you are on and off. So that's for the camera settings. Then now for the video settings, you have 5 settings in all. There's movie settings. This is where you can adjust the movie quality and all. So 1080p is the highest quality, 240 is the lowest. Then 25, it stands for 25 frames per second. Movie quality will be normal or high quality. High quality is basically like a bit simple, more like retro and all. Normal quality is slightly better, much better and all. I wouldn't say slightly up, I say it's much better. Multi-motion is basically like how sensitivity it is. Then like a fader, this is for volume and all, for the movie mode that you're using. And there's voice. You can in your video you can record without voice and with voice. Yep. Then over here, this is for the person settings. It's the ISO customization, whether you want expansion on and off, ISO step, one stop, all these things basically is the ISO settings for customization. Noise reduction if you're using a high ISO, and also what is your like noise reduction that you want. You want to be high sensitivity, normal, or low. Then long-term NR is like the exposure effect, like those like long exposure and all. So you use this noise reduction. Then bracket settings is where you can adjust the bracket settings for it. Like if you take a photo with the like there's a way you can set the bracket. You can change how much EV you want, everything. Maximum will go up to 3, plus minus how many, 0.03 and all these things. So it's up to you. Then there's white balance. You can do the bracket settings, like how many you want. Then depth bracketing settings as well. You can do the depth as well. So color space would be, this is like the Adobe color and all. Distortion correction, no. Touch operation on, like touch operation is basically like your touch screen. And user display, whether what you display onto the screen. and key mapping, custom or direct link. Then live view. This camera has an NFC as well. You can just view to your phone. Then grid line, whether you can on and off, or can choose what kind of grid line that you want. And autofocus lamp is basically the lamp right here, whether you're like turning it on and off. But normally I just turn it off because it can get a bit irritating. Auto self shot, whether on and off, because this is actually a selfie camera. Yes. And so yep, that's all about it for these settings. Mobile NFC, whether you want it to be like the image size, whether you want it original or slightly to reduce, because to reduce quality space. Grid line, autofocus, and all this. Then this is the general camera settings, like the sound, whether the assistant sound, whether you want to turn on autofocus sound, button sound. Quick view, how many seconds you want to adjust. Display amount, so this is what you want to display, the auto brightness. Display color, how color you want, and all these things. Horizontal calibration, you can do calibration for the thing. Auto display on and off for how long, 30 seconds. Auto power off, how long. Help guide display is like basically you go through every of the icon, it can display what you want and all. This is for beginners. Language, date and time, video out, PAL is the mode. This is all the mode for the output. HDMI, then the format, last is for memory card, file number, this series, and reset to reset the whole camera settings. Open source or license. Yep, this is licensing. Yep, that's all for today's walkthrough regarding about settings for the camera. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me for more contents on cameras. I see you all soon. Bye.